of role players that we have today. And we are here in the background looking to make this maybe the best contest we have ever experienced, we've ever had. In the spirit of contests, unlike our typical Toastmasters meetings, only a couple of those role players will be made known to us today. Our judges will remain anonymous. Even our ballot counters would remain in the background. The only person who will be making an introduction to us, our great audience today, will be our timer, and then myself, who you have already seen. So very quickly, to tell us how the timing modalities will work today, let's welcome a computer scientist who is also a member of my parent club, or City Speakers Club, currently on the visionary communication part, just like I was a few years back, who loves reading, playing games, and watching movies, and who is excited about Confucius's quote, which says, "It doesn't matter how slow you go, as long as you do not stop." Let's welcome our timer for today to tell us how the timing will go. Toastmaster Samuel Olo, please.
Thank you, DTM Chuks, for that wonderful introduction. Fellow Toastmasters, my name is Samuel, and as your timer today, all speeches delivered by contestant must conform to the timely guidelines for the contest. Today we have two categories of speeches, the International Speech Contest and the Table Topics Speech Contest. For the International Speech Contest, speeches shall be for 5 to 7 minutes. The contestants will be disqualified if the speech is less than 4 minutes 30 seconds or more than 7 minutes 30 seconds. A green signal will be displayed at the 5 minutes, and I will display those signals when I'm done explaining the rules here. A green signal will be displayed at 5 minutes and remain displayed for 1 minute. A yellow signal will be displayed in my background at 6 minutes and remain displayed for 1 minute. A red signal will be displayed at 7 minutes and will remain until the conclusion of the speech. For the table topics contest speech shall be from 1 minute to 2 minutes. A contestant will be disqualified if the speech is less than 1 minute or more than 2 minutes 30 seconds. The green signal, my background, will be displayed at 1 minute and remain displayed for 30 seconds. The yellow signal will be displayed at 1 minute 30 seconds and remain displayed for 30 seconds. The red signal will be displayed at 2 minutes and remain displayed until the speech is concluded. I will just go ahead and change my background so you understand the signals clearly. So this is the green background. Can you confirm if you can see that? Can I hear some confirmation?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Okay. And this is the yellow background.
Yes, we can see that also.
That is the red background. Okay. Thank you. And over to you.
All right. Thank you very much. Efficient timer of the day. Just a reminder that the Zoom master will pin the timer to our screens alongside the contestants speaking at each point in time so that we are very smooth with how we conduct this contest and enjoy the speeches we'll be hearing today. That said, let's have a fun time with today's event. It's back to you, our contest chair.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Chuks, the Zing DTN. So, but just before we proceed, I would also like to confirm that our judges have filled their eligibility forms and everything checks?
Yes, that's consent. Chair.
Okay. Thank you very much. So for everyone that's on the call today, like I said, we're going to be having 2 contests, the International Speech Contest and the Table Topics Contest. For the International Speech Contest, we have 5 participants. The participants have been briefed on their speaking order, but just for reinforcement, I'm going to be listing that order again. So our first speaker will be Toastmaster Mina Allison. Our second speaker will be Toastmaster Chigo. Our third speaker will be Toastmaster Eseoghene Okereka. Our fourth speaker will be Toastmaster Lydia. And our fifth speaker will be Toastmaster Tobiloba. For the table topics, we have 2 contestants. We have Toastmaster Vincent, he will be speaking first, Toastmaster Eseoghene. So for our table topics contestants, please take note that when the table topics contest begins, we would have a breakout session and both contestants will be taken to the breakout room. The first contestant will be brought into the main room to participate in his table topics. And after that first contestant speaks, the second contestant will be brought in from the breakout room for her to participate. I'm sure that we're going to have a great time. And as the contest chair, I can say that officially, let the contest begin. And I wish every contestant success today. So we'll be beginning with the International Speech Contest. But before I do that, I really would like to clarify that we are all on the same page, because I've been to contests where at the end, the contestants, they say, oh, I didn't get this information. I was not told this. I did not hear the timer when he was giving the rules for the timing engagement. So before we start, I would like to ask for our international speech contestants, in fact, for all contestants, did we get the timing rules clearly stated by the timer? We can come off mute just so that we are sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So we'll be having our first contestant today, Toastmaster Mina Allison, and she'll be speaking on a speech she has titled Cake or Cringe. Toastmaster Mina Allison, Cake or Cringe? Cake or Cringe? Toastmaster Mina Allison.
Thank you, Contest Chair. Please confirm you can hear me and see me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, please, just stop. Stop already. Good morning, Contest Chair, hello Toastmasters, and guests. Growing up, birthdays were a big deal in my home. My parents threw grand parties, and I still remember my 10th birthday like it was yesterday. I was that kid who dominated dance competitions and other children's parties, except for the one time I came second. I cried like my life depended on it. I hope today isn't one of those days though. But you know what? I honestly can't remember how I felt seeing so many people celebrating me back then. But what I do remember is that as I grew older, birthdays became an emotional roller coaster. At 13, I was already separated from my parents, and birthdays didn't matter anymore. I just lived. When I got into the university, I realized that I loved celebrating others. I was the life of the party, the one screaming, no sleeping tonight. You can't match my energy. When it came to my own body, the excitement disappeared. Every year, something would go wrong. It became a pattern. Disappointment, anxiety, birthday blues. The first time a friend threw me a surprise party, I wanted to disappear. Cake or cringe. I cringed. I didn't want the attention. I lost my energy. I shut down. I do not connect with birthdays. I am the life of the party for others. One time, I attended my friend Ekwuchi's birthday party. It was an old school theme and I was so excited. I didn't sleep the night before. I had to ace my dress code. You know what? I walked into that party, spotted the cake. I lit up with excitement. It felt like there was a shade. I took a step back and saw something. Canopies. Yes, Ekwuchi had rented canopies for her birthday party. I cringed so hard. Cake or cringe? Then came my birthday last year, the one that changed everything. I lost my dad in August last year. We planned his funeral for November, sent out the dates to the elders in the village, and assumed it was locked in. But a month before the funeral, that is when they sent a message that the date we picked was unavailable. Every other weekend was taken. The only available Friday was December 6th. Now your guess is as good as mine. Cake. Cringe or cake. Honestly, I didn't care. I just wanted to leave my dad to rest. That morning, I didn't even remember it was my birthday. I was really drained and heartbroken. But that evening, after the funeral, something unexpected happened. My friends decided to plan a little surprise. And for the first time in my life, I felt something different. I felt joy. I had the right energy, the right people. It wasn't just about a date or a tradition. It was about the people who stood by me. It was Maya Angelou who said, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them. That day, my friends made me feel seen. That day, my birthday was not just a date. It was a moment. Fellow Toastmasters, it's life about cake or cringe. Maybe it's about who stands beside you when the cake is cut, and then who stays even when the candles are out. Thank you, and over to you, Contestant.
Confirm that you can hear me.
I can.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay. So for a moment, I thought network had the best of me. So quickly, we would give our contestants, timer, please take note, to give our contestants 1 minute to mark the ballots, while, apologies, our judges, I said our contestants. We give our judges 1 minute to mark the ballots, while our judges take 1 minute to do that. Our second contestant, please get ready. Timer, I'll be waiting for your cue.
Okay, I think we have enough time for the judges. Toastmaster Oghenewede.
Okay, thank you very much. Timer. Our next speaker, Toastmaster Chigozirim Ukonye, speaking on his speech he has titled Live to Leave a Legacy. Chigozirim Ukonye, Live to Leave a Legacy. Live to Leave a Legacy. Chigozirim Ukonye.
Good morning, contestant. Good morning, Chief Judge. Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters. For a moment, imagine being in the year 1400. No internet connection, no electricity, no social media. The world as you know it today never existed. But yet, someone back then thought beyond his time and laid a groundwork for the life we are enjoying today. And just like them, we are laying a groundwork for the future, for the yet unborn, for our children's children. And how do we want our children to perceive us? Do you want them to see us as a generation that utilized its potential, or our generation that wasted its potential? We also think that history never existed. But the funny thing is that everything around us, the cities, the technology, were crafted. There was once an idea. Someone thought about them and created them. I remember when I was young, my father was preparing to go for work, and it was raining very heavily. As a matter of fact, our compound then was flooded. And I asked him, Dad, why don't you just work for today? Can't you see the rain is everywhere? And the man looked at me and smiled and said, Chigozirim, you will never understand. And of course, I did not understand. Eh? The man was trying to leave a legacy. He was trying to make sacrifice for his generation, in extension for humanity and for civilization. Because if, for instance, my dad didn't make the sacrifice, probably I won't be the Chigozirim before you now. Well, I will somewhere out there in society, committing religions and who knows what. But he did that. And just like my father now, we all have the opportunity now to craft a standing legacy, create a legacy, not just for ourselves, not just for our lineage, but for the society. We're living in incredible moment. This is the best time to be a human being. This is the best time to live on earth. We have breakthrough upon breakthrough, be it AI, be it, as a matter of fact, humans are the verge of being planetary. We're going to conquer the stars. They need people like you and I to step out from our comfort zone and embrace fear. embrace greatness. We have to break through, shift our perspective. By shifting our perspective, we have started growing. We also have to cultivate discipline. Being disciplined is very paramount in every box of life. And in order to create a better life for our children, we have to be disciplined. One of my favorite quotes is a quote from a man called Man. The man said, and I quote, "Be ashamed to die until you leave a lasting legacy for humanity." Be ashamed to die until you leave a lasting legacy for humanity. Because if you don't craft an impact and you just die for nothing, humanity will forget about you. We all have to craft and leave our mark in all aspects of life. So I'll ask you today, my fellow Toastmasters and guests, what impact, what legacy are you leaving? Do you want to be forgotten, or do you want to be remembered as a generation that shifted humanity? The year 2400 is going to come, just like the way we're enjoying this our century. We are shaping the future for them, just the way the people before shaped the future for us. So we should leave a lasting legacy. Thank you, and back to you, Contestant.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Chigozirim. Timer, please. Let's take 1 minute on the clock to allow for our judges to mark their ballots. Timer, I noticed your background just changed. Is that a cue to let us know that the 1 minute time is elapsed?
Yes, 1 minute time is actually up.
Okay. So I'd want to also enjoin our speakers, please pin the timer to your screen, just so that you're able to keep track of time as you speak. Our next speaker for the International Speech Contest, Toastmaster Okereka Eseoghene. She'll be speaking on a speech she has titled The Waiting Pages. Toastmaster Okereka, The Waiting Pages. The Waiting Pages, Okereka Eseoghene.
I want you to imagine with me a book. It's not yet open, but it's filled with possibilities. But this book has pages that are blank. Why? Not because the story hasn't started, but it's just a book kept on a shelf, unread, untouched. You know what that book is? It's a book that represents the potential in every single one of us, but even more importantly, in our youth and our children. But too often, those books just stay there. They remain waiting, untouched, unused, no words ever written of them. According to the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, globally, they have 240 million children out of school, and in Nigeria, over 20 million. That means they have their pages blank. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. And imagine what I am happy to introduce to you today, that possibility of changing a life. Because education is an amazing pen that lets us write on those pages. Education is not just about reading and writing. It gives you a passport and a license to a better life. According to research by Lean Women, a single extra year of schooling can increase a person's earning potential by as much as 10%. It breaks circles of poverty, it empowers the disadvantaged, and it even saves lives. But numbers are not the only story. They don't even give a full picture. According to the founder of a non-for-profit called Chairs in Slums, Tunde Onokaya, he says that it is possible to do great things from a very small place. To understand the importance of these pages, let's take a look at the past a bit of history and how it continues to shape the present. In Nigeria, education remains elusive for so many. There are an unprecedented number of talented people, creatives, entrepreneurs, innovators, thinkers, who are all waiting for the right opportunity. Imagine if every child in Nigeria had access to quality education. Imagine if technology could bring learning to even the most remote corners of our country. This is not a fantasy, Toastmasters and guests. It is a choice. Education has transformed so many lives. There is a popular Nigerian musician called Wizkid, who we know as the boy from Okereka. His name is known around the world today, but he is a perfect example of how education and opportunity can give anyone the tools to succeed. Wizkid started from the bottom, but look where he is now. He did not have any formal music training at first, so his education was not a case of the classroom. It was the hustle, the resilience, the community he found himself in, the mentors he found, and how he was able to hone that talent that made him grow to what he is today as an international music star. And it's an example of how a little access to education and opportunity can allow people to write their own success stories. How many Wizkids do we have that might never even get the chance to access the basics? In Things Fall Apart by renowned writer Chinua Achebe, there is the story of a man, Okonkwo, who disrupted and resisted change. And what happened in that home community, their once vibrant system that had their own forms of learning, it got disrupted with the influence of colonial education. It shows how education and opportunity in how, when we neglect it, can also make us risk losing everything, even the potential of a whole full community. Tunde Onokoya, who is the founder of Chairs in Slums, grew up in the slums of Lagos. His mother could not read, his father was a bus driver. By society standards, Tunde was not meant to succeed. And then he discovered chess, that wonderful game of strategy that became a tool for transformation. Today has helped move more than 500 children out of the streets of Lagos just using chess. Tunde was not only able to write in his page and turn it, he has written in the pages of others. But how many others do you have that are still waiting? Somewhere in Kaduna, there's probably a young boy who's helping his mom at the market. He might want to become a writer or an engineer, but there's no school to teach him. Somewhere in Enugu, there's probably a young girl who's already been asked to get married because for the limits of our world, there is no other choice. Somewhere in Port Harcourt, someone has big dreams, but they would likely have to drop out just for lack of fees. These are not just statistics. These are pages waiting to be written. There is a popular character called Jennifer in Nollywood, written by Funke Akindele. And she shows another delightful example of how education and self-improvement can change a life. Just a little bit of education, and Jennifer moved from a village girl to a symbol of empowerment. Education can come from mentors, it can come from books, it can come from formal training, or even the experiences we have. Like Jennifer, there are so many millions of us who are waiting to become leaders, to create art, to help innovate, but they are stuck in those pages, on those shelves, left with no pen to write for them. This is the moment we can ask ourselves, what role can we play in writing these pages? Toastmasters and guests, every child or youth can be a future change maker, but it starts with us. As individuals, let us help in turning those pages. You can help by mentoring a student or youth. You can help by supporting book drives that donate educational materials to schools. You can volunteer your time in your social group, your church, your community, or even support fundraisers that are trying to raise scholarships for children. A single scholarship can change a life forever. We must pick up that pen and write in those pages. These stories cannot be written without us. Like Tunde says, it is possible to do great things from a small pit. Imagine how many Jennifers, Wizkids, and leaders of change we can produce. You don't need to wait for a small gesture. Start with the smallest thing, just one word on one page. The future is waiting. Let's start writing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, timer, please take notes. We would take 1 minute on the clock to allow our judges to mark their ballots. While our judges do that, our next contestant, please get ready. You can take this time to check your video if you need to. Then also be sure that you can see the timer. We'll advise that you pin the timer on your end.
One minute is up.
Okay. Thank you very much, timer. Our next contestant, please confirm that you can hear us.
Loud and clear.
And the timer is pinned.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Our next contestant is Toastmaster Adaku Lydia. She will be speaking on a speech she has titled Threads. Toastmaster Adaku Lydia, Threads. Threads, Toastmaster Adaku Lydia.
Crossroads. You are standing at a crossroads. Two paths diverge. Which way do you go? This, in essence, is the human condition, the constant stream of choices. Each choice with the potential to completely change our lives. Good morning, contest chair, judges, Toastmasters, and guests. I'm Ekwedike Adaku Lydia, presenting Threads that weave our destinies, choices. This reminds me of Adi's story, the founder and CEO of one of the most recognized companies globally, Adidas, who started his career in his mother's laundry room, making shoes. Adi made a choice. He was determined to make the best and most comfortable athletic shoe that was ever made. Despite the demanding competition at the time, Adi was relentless. His determination led him to seek feedback from every athlete after each shoe sale, with which he refined his craft to perfection. His determination finally paid off when the German football team won the 1954 World Cup wearing Adidas's shoes for the first time in history. That is the taste of success. Taste it. It was his choice. So we are the architects of our destinies, and choices are the threads that weave our destinies. Every choice, even the seemingly insignificant and the life-altering, shapes who we become ultimately. Albert Camus, a French professor and author, once said that life is the sum of all our choices. And he's correct. Because a few years ago, I was faced with a choice to leave my comfort zone in pursuit of growth. Because I heard there was something inside me that kept saying, Adaku, there is more. There is more to life than this. Press on. And I listened and left Enugu for Port Harcourt. And today, I'm a Toastmaster, engaging with you fine people. The privilege and peril of choices holds true for every one of us, as it can both elevate and devalue. Even the unseemingly insignificant choice ultimately affects our lives, not just our lives, but those of others around us. So we have to be careful of every choice we make at every point in time. Finally, the quality or measure of life lies not only in the number of choices made, but in the quality of the choice made. As my father will always say, that the quality of a man's wife depends on his choice of wife, which holds true for many of us. So we must align our actions with our value system, always. Making choices is not for the weak, it's for the brave. Because all through our lives, we will be required to make difficult choices. You will make difficult choices. I will make difficult choices. But rest assured that you were born for that decision. Dear Toastmasters and guests, make choices that resonate with you. Make choices that keep you happy. Make choices that attract your ultimate good. My people will say that the difference between the rich and the poor is a choice. Your choice your weapon. Wield it. Thank you, and it's back to you, Context Chair.
Okay, so timer, please let's give our judges 1 minute for them to mark their ballots. While the judges take that time to mark their ballots, our final contestant, please get ready. You can take this time to set up your video if you need to arrange your camera position.
Contest chair, 1 minute is up.
Okay, thank you very much, accurate timekeeper. Toastmaster Toby, please confirm that you can hear us clearly.
Loud and clear.
Okay, are you okay with your camera position?
Perfect.
What about the timer? Can you see the timer?
He's currently pinned to my screen.
Okay, thank you. So Toastmaster Akinmoluwa Tobiloba should be speaking on a speech that she has titled "When the Map No Longer Works, Navigating Uncertainty." Akinmoluwa Tobiloba, when the map no longer works, navigating uncertainty. When the map no longer works, navigating uncertainty. Akinmoluwa Tobiloba.
Thank you very much. How do you navigate uncertainty when the map no longer works? I'll give you a short story. By December 2020, during the dark pandemic days, I had gone 8 full months without a salary. And like millions around the world, the COVID-19 had turned my life upside down. There was a young woman alone in Port Harcourt, no relatives, no support. And what I thought was a foolproof plan was about to teach me the hardest lesson of my life. I'm certain at some point, there are moments when our carefully drawn maps have suddenly didn't match the territory ahead. Today, I'll share 3 crucial lessons I learned in that moment about navigating life when our perfect plans crumble. Number 1 is the illusion of certainty. Number 2 is the price you pay for rigid planning. And lastly will be the power or the bravery in finding new paths. How did the illusion of certainty ruin my plan? While the world was grappling with the uncertainty, the pandemic at the time, I had what I thought was a foolproof plan to join my friends doing a remote work that would pay $15 per hour. After all, remote work was the new normal, right? I was so certain of success that I decided to get another job in the interim that was going to pay me 59,000 naira. That was a dramatic drop from the 160,000 naira I was previously earning as salary. I deluded myself that this was temporary and it was only a stepping stone. I'd set a timeline for June in 2021 to quit that job. And I was thinking that by then I'll be earning in dollars, living my best life, and everything will finally be good. Like so many others during the pandemic, I was desperate to regain control. What was the price I had to pay for rigid planning? By March, 3 precious months had been wasted on applications that did not yield anything. I had nothing to show for the plan. The clock was ticking. 3 months left until my self-imposed June deadline. What do I do? Others were busy adapting, and I was busy sacrificing all the sacrificables. I sacrificed my time, I sacrificed my sleep, I sacrificed my well-being, my mental health. I had my eyes rigidly fixated on the ball. June came, or June passed, and July came, and I was still struggling. I was still fighting to pass the last phase of the exam. And when I failed, I immediately slipped into the darkest phase of depression and denial. It was clear that I'd drawn my map with rigid lines. And that when it failed, I didn't just lose myself. I lost my way. The next 7 months after that event were the absolute worst of my life. What could I have done? How could I have found new paths? I don't know how many people are familiar with the movie Rebel Ridge. It was released last year. And the lead actor, his name is Terry Richmond. Terry was a Marine Corps who had gone to a small town to rescue his cousin. Now, the town was full with corrupt policemen, and there was a scene where he got into a fisticuff with an officer. Now, the officer thought he had overpowered Terry because he assumed Terry had exhausted all his options. And then Terry, holding him by the neck, said to him, "Are you familiar with the acronym PACE?" PACE. He asked him. Let me explain. PACE stands for, P stands for primary plan. A stands for alternative plan. C stands for contingency plan. And E stands for emergency backup. Here's what I learned through my failure and from this movie. I had a primary plan, but I did not have an alternative. I did not have a contingency. I did not have an emergency backup. My primary plan was the aim for that dream goal, to get the job that will pay me $15 per hour. Now, if I'd had an alternative plan, I could have planned that while I'm doing that, I'll be pursuing and maintaining and building valuable skills in my current job. My contingency plan could have been to build a network that would open unexpected doors for me if the primary and the alternative plans had failed. And my emergency backup could have been to have enough savings and resources aside to give myself the time to pivot. Had I known pace then, my journey would definitely have looked different. Instead of putting all my hopes in one plan, I could have created multiple pathways forward. Now, my conclusion, I want you to remember something. Life is very erratic, and it rarely follows our primary plan. And don't mistake it. If your primary plan fails, it's not failure. And that is exactly why the acronym PACE exists. Remember, Terry said to the officer, he said, PACE was designed for communication system, but they later on found that it could be applied to any aspect of our lives. The pandemic showed us that even our most certain plans can crumble over the night. So I want you, as you leave here today, I challenge you to apply PACE to your next big goal. Write down your primary plan, but don't stop there. What's your alternative? What's your contingency? What's your emergency backup? Because when the map no longer works, PACE ensures you are never truly lost, and you are only taking a different path to success. And it's back to you, the contest chair.
This is the time where we can all come off mute to give a round of applause to all of our contestants. Now I've given everybody the go-ahead to come off mute. It's not easy to participate in a contest.
Well
They
done.
have wowed us with their speech. Not just a round of applause. Let's show the emoticons. Let them know that we are excited. Toastmasters, we always say that Toastmasters is a place where we encourage each other. I don't see the encouragement. I feel like we can do better. Well done to all of our contestants. So far, we had 5 people speak, beginning from Toastmaster Mina, who talked about kick or cringe. Then we also heard from Toastmaster Chigo. He spoke about living to leave a legacy. Then I think we heard from Toastmaster Essay. She talked about the waiting pages. Then we went on to hear from Toastmaster Lydia that spoke about threads. Finally, Toastmaster Toby, she had a longer speech title, and I think she talked about navigating uncertainties. Now I'm summarizing. But excellent speech so far. Well done to all of our contestants. It's not easy to participate. At this moment, we would want to give our judges time for them to mark the overall ballots for the International Speech Contest. But while we have them do that, we would like to meet our contestants. And we will be starting from the first contestant, Toastmaster Mina. Toastmaster Mina, okay, she's no longer on the call from what I gathered. So we'll be going on to the next person. Do we do this in? Okay, so I think we should just do this randomly. I would want to call on Toastmaster Tobiloba. Toastmaster Toby.
Yes, the contest chair.
Okay. So now the contest is over. How do you feel? Tell us.
Relieved.
Oh, okay. So I guess that you feel a bit tense before the contest.
Yes, I mean, watching the wonderful speakers who preceded me, you're like, oh, yeah, you're really going to give me a run for my money, you know? So.
Interesting. While you were speaking, you said something that really caught my attention. You said the illusion of certainty. I think I would like for you to just throw more light on that, because I think that there is something to learn there.
Yes, very well. So many times we like to delude ourselves that we have control over everything, and you're saying that something will have a specific result. But time has proven that that's not true. It's only an illusion. So rather than holding on firmly to the idea that you're in control, because when you finally lose control, the upset that follows is usually something that we hardly are able to grapple with. It's better you switch it from, switch it from being clear to being, okay, positive. So just use as a guide, okay, staying optimistic, whatever comes, I should be able to, pivot from there. So that's the idea. Nothing is certain. As far as we have time guiding us, nothing is certain. I mean, you can have a plan for tomorrow. I mean, we've seen people who planned for the following the day to come and they died the day before. So nothing is certain. Certainty is an illusion as far as time or as long as time exists.
That's interesting. So Toastmaster Toby is advising us to face life with optimism, knowing that some things can change and we should be able to adapt to the change. Zoom Master, please, can we share the certificate of participation for Toastmaster Tobiloba? And I would like to also add, please, we can give them private feedback. Just let them know how well they did with their speeches. You can make use of the chat box. Toastmaster Tobiloba, well done. Thank you very much for participating in the International Speech Contest. I wish you all the best. One thing I would assure you is that we have seasoned judges. And it's not going to be like the Nigerian election. Since we don't have INEC here, nobody works in INEC. We are going to have a good result.
Great, that's perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in.
So I would now want to call on the next person. I see Toastmaster Lydia already smiling. It feels like she wants to speak. So let me call on her. Toastmaster Lydia.
Thank you so much, Contest Chair. Thank you.
Yes.
You caught me right there. I was smiling because I absolutely connected with everything Toastmaster Tobiloba gave in her speech. It was amazing. And there were very little, very impactful, significant nuggets to pick from her speech. And it was wonderful.
Oh, okay. That's nice. So going through your profile, I saw something that was very interesting. I saw that you like to make money. Very interesting. So I want to ask, what are your top 3 money-making advice? Because me, I want to make money too. And if I bring somebody, or if I meet someone who says she likes making money, then I have to sit down and listen. I believe a lot of people on the call wants to make money too. So please tell us.
Yeah. So first, making money or being wealthy or being rich is a state. It comes from your mind first. It's not just about the physical cash. It's about how you think. There is a psychology to making money. And if you think rich, if you feel rich, then you're going to be rich. It starts from how you see yourself, how you feel. Then you walk towards that drive, that becomes the driver to you reaching out and making the decisions that are necessary for you to make money. Secondly, to make money or to be wealthy, it's not just about making money, it's about wealth, creating wealth. And wealth is a general thing. It's not it encompasses both the cash, both your psychological well-being, your physical well-being is a robust thing. So while trying to make money, while pursuing or doing different things that would bring in the cash for you, also bear in mind that it's a holistic thing, is supposed to be robust, is supposed to encompass every part of you, every side of you, physically, psychologically, socially, your connections, everything come together to create a wealthy you. So lastly, making wealth is all about your actions. It's all about your actions. How many investments? First of all, do you plan? Do you have a financial plan? Do you have a 5-year plan? What are your goals? What are your monthly goals? What are your weekly goals? What is your 5-year, 10-year, 20-year plan? Financially, I mean financially. You go from, okay, what am I earning now? From what I'm earning now, what can I invest in with how much I'm earning now? How much can I get from my investments daily? Okay, from my investment, what business can I invest in? Because again, there are some bank investments, there are some other financial institution investments that bring in a certain percentage of cash or inflow into your account that you can invest in. Then again, you don't keep that money in the bank. It doesn't do anything for you. You go ahead and look for businesses. It depends on what kind of person you are and how much time you have in your hands. But I am number one person, or I am of the opinion that everyone should have a side hustle or a business to invest in. What business interests you? How do you plan to manage it? Can you manage it? Is this something you think you can do? Then you invest your money there and you plan wisely. It's all about how you plan, and it's layered. So first, you can talk to a lot of people who have financial knowledge and get financial knowledge before you start planning on how to dive into making money.
Yeah, thank you very much. I see that you are very passionate about money, and if we leave you to speak, you can speak for the whole day about this topic. But yes, excellent contributions. I think my takeaway is there is psychology to money, and we must take actions when it comes to making money. Zoom Master, please, can you share the certificate of participation for Toastmaster Lydia? Zoom Master. Okay, Toastmaster Lydia, well done. Congratulations for participating in the International Speech Contest. I wish you all the best. Shortly, we would know who the winner is, but I wish you all the best. So quickly, we'll meet our next contestant, Toastmaster Chigo. Toastmaster Chigo, are you on the call? Okay, so I guess Toastmaster Chigo is not on the call. His certificate of participation will be shared privately to him. Now we will go on to meet our final contestant. As they say, the last but not the least, Toastmaster Essay.
Hi, Toastmaster, right there.
Hello, Toastmaster Essay. Zoom Master, please, can you spotlight Toastmaster Essay? Toastmaster Essay. So this is your third or fourth contest?
I think fourth.
You've lost count. That's how we know veteran Toastmasters. But yes, well done on participating for the contest. No matter how much or maybe I should leave that to you to answer. You've participated in a lot of contests. Does it get easier as time goes on?
I think so. I don't know if it gets easier. I think what gets easier is maybe the nerves I feel. So I think my first contest, I probably panicked for like 2 weeks. The next one, I panicked for like 1 week. So I think what I just noticed is like the nerves and the panicking reduces. And maybe the first one, I was convinced to participate. The second one, I was half convinced, but the other ones, when I was asked, I was like, sure. So maybe that means my confidence improved. So yeah, I don't think it gets easier. I think you just get more comfortable with being I'm nervous. Like I literally did a funny video less than when the second contestant was speaking, just to manage my nerves. So yeah, you just get more comfortable with it.
Yeah, clearly I can see the comfort and the confidence. See how you just answered, sure. But that's great. I loved your speech because it spoke about something that is also very dear to my heart and something that I think is at the center of what we need in Nigeria. educating people. I believe that one of the issues we have, or most of the issues we have in Nigeria, simply can be tied back to a lot of us, or a lot of citizens, are not yet educated enough to push for better governance. So my question will be, and I would just want you to respond to this in 1 minute. You spoke about children, a lot of children out of school in Nigeria. What do you think we can do to change that narrative? We have a lot of people on the call. Don't be surprised somebody here becomes the next president or the next minister of education. So please tell us, what do you think we can do to change our narrative?
Oh, happy to. So, as I sort of highlighted in my speech, there are like 5 ways off the top of my head that you really can help. One would be with supporting those who are already doing the work. So there are a lot of foundations, not-for-profits that are already helping organizing scholarships. They offer mentorship pathways. They connect. They do like workshops. There's, for example, Rotary Club, Red Cross, Discovery Initiative. Like there are so many programs. Sometimes you just need to ask, or maybe pay attention to the next time someone on their WhatsApp starts to say, "Oh, we're doing a book drive," or "Oh, we're raising books for this," or "Oh, we're doing this scholarship program." So a very simple way is support people who are already doing the work. They might need your time, they might need money, they might need resources. It can be even you connecting. A lot of the times, there are a lot of organizations that actually have they have a budget to help impact. So sometimes it might be you even at your place of work saying, I want you guys to support this program or this initiative. The second would be maybe searching your social group. A lot of the time, some people, depending on their faith, they're in mosques, they're in churches, they're in Toastmasters, where they watch football. Most times, these groups already have people who have education needs. Most times when we hear education, we only think like formal school, but it could be paying for a training for someone, paying that person, that's waiting for NYC, and they say they want to study digital marketing, like I think $30, just doing that kind of thing. So I think those are ways you can help support those who are already doing the work, check within your own social circle, and either provide time, resources, or money. I think those are very easy and simple ways we can help.
Yeah, thank you very much, Toastmaster Essie. Zoom Master, please, can we share the certificate of participation for Toastmaster Essie? While we wait for that to come, our Chief Judge, please confirm that we are good with the International Speech Contest results.
Yes, our contest chair, we are good with the International Speech Contest, and we're ready to proceed to the next one. Yeah.
Okay, so Toastmaster Dr. Eseoghene Okereka, this is your certificate of participation. I know you've had tons or a lot of these already, so this is another one that we'll be adding to the list. Well done, and I wish you all the best. At this point, I would want 2 people to make a move for the adjournment of the International Speech Contest so that we can proceed to the table topics contest. Now I'm waiting for 2 people. Can you guys hear me?
I, Toastmaster Essie, move for the motion.
Okay. So anybody to second?
I, Toastmaster Ruben Uzo, hereby second the motion to adjourn this contest, International Speech Contest. Thank you.
Okay, so now we move. We move to the table topics contest. And for this contest, we are having 2 contestants. Let me try to get their names. I know we have Toastmaster SA, our second contestant, Toastmaster Oluwafemi. Please, both contestants, confirm that during the timer's introduction, you got the timing requirements for the table topics.
Yes.
Okay. So at this point, I would want Zoom Master to move Toastmaster SA to the breakout room. She is the second speaker. Or just before you do that, I'll just say something just so that we are clear. Just before you move Toastmaster SA, I know that you are Toastmasters and you are familiar with what table topics is, but I will just say it again, just so that we are clear. So what will happen is that table topics is for guests now. Table topics is the part of the Toastmasters meeting where people get to speak extemporaneously. That is, they speak without preparing. So for our contestants today, I would be reading out a question, and then you have 1 to 2 minutes to give your view on that question. So at this point, our Zoom Master, please, can you take Toastmaster SA to the breakout session, leaving Toastmaster Vincent. And when you do that, please confirm and just let me know. Okay, I see that both contestants, okay, Femi is back. Toastmaster Femi, confirm that you can hear me.
Yes.
Also confirm that you can see the timer and you have him pinned.
Yes, I can.
Do you have him pinned?
Yes.
Okay. Toastmaster Vincent Oluwafemi. What is in a name? What is in a name? Toastmaster Vincent Oluwafemi. What is in a name? The virtual lecture is yours.
What it is in a name? Thank you very much for that beautiful question. The contest chair. Have you ever wondered what your identity is? Have you ever wondered who you are and whom you are? Have you ever wondered your roots? Fellow Toastmasters and guests, that is your identity and that is your name, who you are. When I was a kid, I was so curious and I asked my dad, why did you name me Oluwafemi? Oluwafemi, Oluwa is God and Femi means loves me. That means God loves me. That name, the importance of that name changed my identity to the point that I started acting towards that name, Oluwafemi. If you are my friend, I want you to come. If you are my friend, I want you to say to yourself, Oluwafemi, because God loves me, because you met me. I want to make a meaningful impact into your life. I asked my dad, why did you name me this name? He said, he was in a deep shit, deep mess when my mother got pregnant. But after my birth, he won the case. He had everything back within 7 days of my naming ceremony. That was why he named me Oluwafemi. Your name is your identity. Live by your name. Live with it. Our name has an impact in us. According to the Yoruba adage, that means you check your home, you check your surroundings before you name a child. Your name is your identity. Ask the meaning of your name today and live by that identity. Back to you, the contest chair.
Okay. Thank you, first contestant, Toastmaster Oluwafemi. Timer, please take note that we would give the judges 1 minute to mark their ballots. While we give the judges 1 minute, please bring in our second contestant, Toastmaster Ese, to the main room. Toastmaster Ese, can you confirm that you can hear me and you can see the timer?
Yes, contestant.
Do you have him pinned to your screen?
Yes, his name spotlighted.
Timer, let me know when we are done with the 1 minute for our judges.
One minute is up, contest chair.
Okay. Toastmaster Ese, what is in a name? What is in a name? Toastmaster Ese, what is in a name? Virtual lectern is yours.
Thank you, Toastmasters and guests. And what is in a name? A name has so many meanings. Depending on where you're from, depending on who you're speaking with, a name can be a form of identity. It can be a way to say, this is where I'm from. It can be a way to say, this is how my people see me. And it can be a way to introduce yourself. One of my favorite names is from my maternal big mommy. She was the one who raised my mother. And it's called Oluwatoyin, which means God is worthy to be praised. It is a name that I rarely hear, but when I hear someone call me that name, I most definitely know that person knows me from my mom's side. And it is a form of an identity that I think I would always cherish. A name can be so many things depending on who you're speaking with. As I said, it could be a way to introduce yourself, but also it could be a way to introduce yourself to the world. When I was younger, I used to call myself Exotic Noella because it sounded so glamorous and amazing. And then there was a popular show called Annie, where there was an author called Chigozirim Wallace, and her name was mispronounced so terribly. There's a lot of stereotype and bias globally with African names. And it forced me to think, what is in a name? My name is Eseoghene, a gift from God. It is a name that I know my parents gave me because I am a gift that they welcome so wholeheartedly. And I decided to stop calling myself the exotic Noella and to call myself Essie. And interestingly, I now say, hi, I'm Essie, like writing an essay. Names can also be weaponized. Sometimes in how people call your name, they might affirm you or they might mock you. There's a popular Nigerian politician who, when he decided to introduce a policy around the changing Nigerian banknotes, people used his name on social media. They insulted it, they mocked it. So a name for me is a form of identity. It can be a way to introduce you to the world. It can be a way to tell me where you're from. My name is Eseoghene Oluwatoyin Emanuela, and depending on who calls me, I know how you know me, and it always makes me feel safe. What is your own name? Tell everyone. Thank you, and it's back to you, the contestant.
Okay, so at this point, we can come off mute to give a round of applause to all of our contestants that participated in the table topics. I don't hear anybody clapping. It feels like it's just me cheering our contestants up.
Well done.
Well done, guys. Brilliant,
Yeah.
brilliant. Thank you very much.
So we had just 2 contestants for the table topics contest. That officially brings us to the end of the contest. Now I would want to give our judges time for them to mark their ballots. But while that is going on, I would like to meet our table topics contestants. And I would be starting, we had already met Toastmaster Essie, but we'll meet her again. But I'll be starting from Toastmaster Oluwafemi. Toastmaster Femi, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I see that you can play the guitar, right? You are muted if you are speaking. From your profile, I see that you can play the guitar.
Yes, sure.
Is that the only music instrument you play, or you play other instruments?
I had the basic of keyboard, then I moved to guitar.
Oh, interesting. So how long, when did you start playing music instruments?
Okay, I started keyboard when I was in secondary school. That was in SS1, SS2. Then I think when I got admission 2016, that was when I started playing the guitar.
Oh,
So I bought an.
Interesting. On your profile, you said that one of the things that inspires you the most is new challenges. Can you just take 1 or 2 minutes to speak on that? Because for me, I find it very interesting. Everybody's running from challenges. So how come challenges inspire you?
Thank you very much. New challenges, I believe it brings the best out of you. When you are in a stage 1, the second stage is a new challenge that requires learning a new skill, that requires new energy, that requires motivation, that requires discipline. I don't want to be stagnant. I want to keep moving. So when you have a new challenge, when you have things that motivate you, when you have taxes to do, that is when you know your capacity. That is when you know that this is what I can do. This is what I cannot do. If you fail, you learn. If you lose, you learn. You get better. You learn from your mistakes. I know most people most people want to play safe. I mean, I don't want to play safe. I want to move forward. I want to become better. So if you give me a new challenge, I don't run away from challenges. I don't run away from responsibilities. I believe it's an avenue for me to learn, to get better, to unlearn, and to improve. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's very powerful. You said most people would like to play safe, but you don't want to play safe. And I think something you said that really is still very essential. If we want to make progress, if we don't want to be stagnant, we need to embrace new challenges. Really, really powerful. Zoom Master, please, can you share the certificate of participation for Toastmaster Femi?
Thank you.
Toastmaster Femi, kudos and well done for participating in the table topics contest for Pecten Toastmasters. One thing I can assure you, like Toastmaster Essay has shared, or maybe I should even ask, is this your first contest?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. So that means what I was about to say applies. So one thing I can assure you is that you only get better with contests. The more you do, the better you get. So I would encourage you that regardless of what happens today, because it's a contest and we would have so many winners, we would have so many people participate, but just the winner. The goal should be to always participate and even participate the next time you have an opportunity to. So well done. I can assure you that we have seasoned judges as Toastmasters. So whatever results that would come today will definitely be a fair one. Thank you. And I would now want to call on Toastmaster Eseoghene. But before I call on Toastmaster Eseoghene, our Chief Judge, please confirm our status, where we are with respect to the table topics contest, the ballots.
So the judges are still collating or sending in the ballots, so probably need 5 minutes more to get through this. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we are ready, we are almost ready with the results for the international speech contest, depending on your preference. If you want to leave that for last, then we would have to get through the table topics results first. But if you're happy to go through with that first, we probably can be ready with that earlier. I'll check with our Zoom master. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Let's just give time. I would allow for everyone to go through all of the proceedings and we get all the results out before we commence the announcement of results. But well done to you and your team. I'm sure that the Collation Center, we have observers from the International Toastmasters community that are ensuring that we have the right results and the right collation. I trust you, and one of our core values in Toastmasters is integrity. So I'll just also enjoin our guests and those people that are on the call to know that the process is one of integrity. Having said that, Toastmaster Essay, are you still on the call?
Yes, I am, contestant.
Okay, nice to meet you again. So tell us, for you, what is the highlight for participating in table topics contest?
I think it's two things. One is I always wonder what I will talk about. So the questions, I think most times we have our thoughts or ideas around things, but we don't really know until we're forced to talk about them. I think table topics gives me that chance to sort of clearly articulate my points about something. So I like that. The second would be, honestly, it's also a challenge, but it's a communication skill I'm trying to work on. I realized very early on that I had very comfortable topics for me. It is almost impossible for you to ask my opinion on anything that I would not cite food or dollars when giving my responses. And so I decided to challenge myself about 2 years ago now to try to form opinions without drawing from those tested and trusted resources. And so that's it for me. It's a challenge and a way to like hone that skill. Like if I do not speak to the familiar, how would I share my opinion on something? So yeah, those two. I like the questions. It always forces me to understand what I really think about something, not assume. And secondly, I like the challenge of expressing my idea without using things I already know.
That's interesting, very interesting, Toastmaster Essay. And it takes a lot of self-awareness to get into that space because we can be in that place where we just speak on pilots and we have these things in our head, we just draw them, and we are not aware that we are not even thinking about what we are thinking or what we are saying. But it's a great skill to always be in the moment. It helps you remain present when you are aware about what you want to speak. Really great. And it goes to show the things that we learn here in Toastmasters and how they shape our lives and our communication skills. Well done for participating. Zoom Master, please share Toastmaster essays, certificate of participation. Toastmaster essay, well done. Thanks for participating in Table Topics Contest for Pecten Toastmasters. Regardless of the outcome, you are already a seasoned Toastmasters, you have participated, but you should also keep participating regardless of the outcome of today's contest. And I'm sure that you would also keep participating. Before you go, I would like for you to share some nuggets with us. What are the secrets for participating in a table topics? There has to be a method to it, right? Please let us know. We would like to learn.
Yeah, I think off the top of my head, I can't remember it because I guess I'm not so used to it, but there are usually like 3 steps. The one is sort of, so I would probably say start with what you already know. And what you already know can be sport, it can be music, it can be books, it can be food. I feel like when you build your comfort around what you already know, it's very easy to draw out from. Also, maybe use things that people can connect with. There are some things people would always connect with, at least in Nigeria. Money, love, Nigerian politics, those are automatic things that people would understand. And it means maybe knowing your audience, speaking with what's familiar, what's comfortable for you, and always adding a personal story, I guess, or a personal angle. People really connect with emotions. And Toastmasters tends to be very, as we say in Nigeria, aspire to perspire, which just means it's very communication leadership focused. So when you bring in a bit of emotion, be it with love, with how you tell the story, it just creates a sort of connection that people still know, okay, we're being professional, but you're speaking to me like a human being. I think those would probably be my 3 tips. One would be with using what is already familiar to you. There's something that's familiar to you. It could be about your village. Nobody knows your village more than you. It can be about your tribe. It can be about where you work, what you do, what you study, what you like. Just drawing from that in whatever question you get. Second, as I said, would be that thing around connecting with stories. Just once you tell a story, people really just, they connect with it. It makes sense to them. So yeah, I think those would be my tips.
Okay, thank you very, very much. And while we wait for our judges' approval, chief judge's approval or nod concerning the results, I would like to call on anyone who would like to participate in table topics. Oh, okay, no, so maybe we can take, instead, maybe we can take response from our guests. I know that we have people who are joining for the first time.
Well, Mr. Contest Chair, we are ready. Whenever you're ready, all the results are ready, so we can go once you are ready. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I see we have, I would just crave your indulgence to have us take 1 or 2 response for 2 minutes, and then we would go on with the announcements. Do we have any guests joining the club for the first time or joining the contest for the first time? The first time you are visiting a Toastmasters club or a Toastmasters meeting, the first time you are joining a Toastmasters contest. Do we have anyone on the call And would they like to speak? Do I call names? Okay, so I would want to, let's just proceed to take the results of today's contest. At this point, I'd call on our Chief Judge, distinguished Toastmaster Chuks, to make the announcements. DTL Chuks, confirm that you can.
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Maybe we can stop the sharing now, just so that I see the people in the meeting.
Zoom Master, can you stop sharing? Okay,
All
that's
right.
been done.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone. It's been a fantastic contest. I think the key metric to let everyone know publicly is that we've had it so good today that we've had no timing disqualifications. So the results that you will hear from our contest chair once my face exits your screen, or at least goes on mute, will be the true and fair reflection of the beauty and splendor that we have experienced today. And again, it's just to say thank you, everyone, audience, contestants, for making this a really fabulous morning. And a big thank you to our role players, all our judges, our ballot counter, our timer, for the exceptional professional work done to make this contest a success today. So our contest chair will do us the honors now. Thank you very much, and back to you, Toastmaster Wede.
Okay. It seems that I have some psychic powers, and our Chief Judge has not told me about it yet. Yes. Oh, if I have those powers.
This is how you test. This is how you test how good your, is it seventh sense is, because this one is more than sixth sense now. So you probably test your seventh sense with this one.
That's what I was just about to say, that if I have that ability, I would not even be in this Toastmasters meeting. I'll be somewhere trying to get some good money.
Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
How do I help you now? I give you the power. So now you do have the powers. Maybe you can use it to go out and get some good money now.
That's why you should join Toastmasters, because you just have people helping you. It's just a community of people helping people. So yes, like the Chief Judge has shared, have been helped. And now I can't wait for us to end the meeting so that I can go and apply that power in other spaces. So I'll be calling the table topics contest first. Zoom Master, with a thumbs up, please confirm that we have the certificates ready. I don't even know who. Zoom Master. Oh, okay. I see the thumbs up. Nice. I was beginning to think that we had a digital Zoom Master, maybe an AI that is helping us. So we'll be starting from the table topics contest. And because we have 2 contestants, I'll be going on to announce just the first place position. Drum rolls. I want to see the drum rolls. I want to hear the drum rolls, not see the drum rolls. I want to hear the drum rolls. So we can actually come off mute now and do the drum rolls. If you can't, we can make use of the emoticons. We can make use of the reaction buttons. I just want to see the room go agog.
Woo!
So for our table topics contest, Pecten Toastmasters Club, in first position, we have none other than Toastmaster Eseoghene Okereka.
Woo!
Zoom Master, you could not even help me with the suspense. You just showed the results.
Congratulations, Toastmaster
Well,
Essay.
well done, Toastmaster Essay. For every other person, please send our congratulations to Toastmaster Essay, Toastmaster Vincent. Congratulations to you too. Everybody that participates in the contest, we are all winners. We are all winners because for you to decide to participate in the contest, that is already a victory in its own right. So well done, Toastmaster Essay. I'm sure that you'll be proceeding to the area level. I wish you all the best as you go on to the area level. Then we will be going on to the international speech contest. Zoom Master, once again, confirm that you have the certificates ready. I will be starting from the third place. I'll call the third place winner, and then I would proceed to call. Okay, we had five contestants. I'll proceed to call second place and then first place. So drum rolls for our international speech contest. In third place, we have Toastmaster Mina Allison.
Woo!
Thank you. So I want us to come off mute. I don't hear the applause. This is the time I'm giving you the right to unmute your mics.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Mina.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. For second place, we had another Toastmaster who is a member of Pecten Toastmasters Club. Now I know you're wondering, everybody that participated are all members of Pecten Toastmasters Club. For second place, the second place award goes to Toastmaster Tobiloba Akinmoluwa.
Congratulations.
A round of applause for Toastmaster
Congratulations.
Toby. Now I will be going on to announce the first place winner. And this was keenly contested according to the report I had from the judges. It was keenly contested, but as we know, with every contest, there has to be a winner. For the International Speech Contest, Pecten Toastmasters Club 2025, our winner is Toastmaster Who can guess?
Oh my God. Chief Contestant, why are you doing this to us?
Who can guess? Who can guess? Who can guess? Any guess? Any guess? Who wants to take a wild guess? Toastmaster,
Lydia.
Dr. Eseoghene Okereka. Well done, well done, well
Congratulations,
done.
Essay.
Zoom Master, do we have that sound? Stand up for the champions.
Stand
Well
up
done.
for the champions, for the
We have
champions.
karaoke
Stand up.
version.
Well done to all of our contestants. Like I said, everyone is a winner. Taking the step to participate in the contest in itself, it's a victory because it's not easy. We have, for every club, we have at least maybe 15 or more members, but we see that we had just a few of us participate. That's to let you know that in participating, you are already a winner. There would also be other opportunities for you to participate in the future. Please, when you are called upon, participate. You only get better. The more you participate, the more you learn how to deal with the nerves, the more you master the craft of public speaking. And just maybe, you'll find yourself in Toastmasters International, participating on the international stage. At this juncture, our time is fast spent. I would want to now hand over the meeting to our president, the person of Toastmaster Ekwuchi Joy James. The virtual lectern is yours. You're muted.
Oh my God. Apologies. Confirm you can hear me now. Too excited. At this point, I would love every single person to unmute and clap your hands, scream, make a joyful noise onto the contestants. Just express your excitement. Yes. Thank you. We have a room full of 28 people and it seems so silent here. Something very significant has happened today. We've been able to successfully conduct a contest. Actually, 2 contests in one. And I feel that's very profound and we shouldn't take it for granted. Special appreciation. I'm sure you can tell I'm so excited. Special appreciation goes to first and foremost the contest chair for handling this so well, seamlessly. It was a breeze. It was so good. You coordinated with grace and finesse. Thank you so much. Thank you, the chief judge, the Zing DTM Chuks, for always coming through. I think at this point we shouldn't even be appreciating your finesse because that's almost like your skin. You do it so well all the time. Thank you so much. All the role players, the timer, every single person, the ones that work behind the scene, the judges that work behind the scene, the ballot counters, every single person who we know and we do not know, we appreciate you. It's a Saturday morning. You should be doing something in front of your TV, watching Netflix and eating a huge bowl of popcorn or something, or doing the laundry, or if you're like me, eating fried plantain. But you're here in our meeting today. I truly, truly appreciate you. All the contestants, Toastmaster Oluwafemi, special recognition goes to you for doing this unafraid. This is your first time. You literally just registered and you went head on into contests. I've never seen that before. You're really inspiring. Thank you so much. Also to Toastmaster Chigozirim, who is also contesting for the first time. Every single person, Lydia, I think this is her first time as well. Toby, my goodness, you guys are the best. I'm so proud to be the president of this club. My shoulders have gone up above my head. Check it out. Can you see it? Thank you so much. And thanks to all the guests that came on and joined us on this call. We truly appreciate you. We love you, we appreciate you, and we hope that you will join us some other time in our regular meetings. Our next meeting would be the first Tuesday of March, which I think is the 4th of March. Yes, the 4th of March is our next regular Pecten Toastmasters meeting. Publicity will go out about this. Please feel free to join us. The regular meetings are not this intense. There's a different flow. So it would be nice for you to come and experience that for yourself as well. Once again, thank you. If I had 1,000 tongues, probably would be enough to say thank you for joining us today. And that being said, would like to do, Master, do you have any music prepared to play while we just round this up? And to the, oh my goodness, please, if I did not say this thing, Wahala would have happened. To our VPE, Toastmaster Olem. Oh, thank you, Lord, for reminding me. Please, a round of applause for Toastmaster Olem. I want to see the virtual round of applauses. I want to hear you on mute and clap for her. Toastmaster Olem is the GOAT. You know what I mean? She is the greatest of all time. And I am a blessed president to be working with her. She put this all together from start to finish. The babe is a machine. I don't know how she does it, but she does it so well. And I'm very proud to call her both my partner at this and my friend. She makes me proud all the time. So if you're here on this call, and for those that want to tell her this, please pass it on. Toastmaster Ekwuchi James, the president of this club. Especially thanks Toastmaster Olem Orene for being the best. Thank you so much, everyone. And that will be it. We can stop the recording and just socialize. Say congratulations again to the contestants. Beautiful. Let's dance.
For the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions,
If you guys turn on your video and dance, that would be great.
Stand up, stand up.
You're officially closed, so you can drop off or just celebrate. Yes, I see Lydia. That's it.
Okay. It's just life, that's how it